What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna make a video on the Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle. Thanks Windows for giving me that update. Yeah, I wasn't really gonna make a video on this. I guess I should have to because, well, I am the Galaxy fan after all. You might hear some background noise, I'm not sure, but yeah. But, yeah, I want to talk about Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Switch Edition, Switch 2 Edition. Thank God this is both. But, yeah, I just wanted to bring up some of my honest opinion on this. Now, I am reviewing both games, but from what I've seen online, like, I don't need to say much about, like, I guess I can throw the obvious out of the way. Mario Galaxy being my favorite Mario game of all time, and of course I support Super Mario Galaxy 2. I know I prefer I prefer the first game, but I can't lie, I can see the reasons why people would prefer the sequel. And really, there's a difference between having a favorite and comparing in a negative way. So yeah, listen, any Galaxy content is Galaxy content for me. So yeah, despite that though, let's talk about it, shall we? So what does this come with, this Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle? Well, it comes with a few additions, like obviously with Switch 2, making them look nice. They look like, you know, making the Galaxy 1 2 look amazing, sort of. So about that, so remember Donkey Kong Country Returns HD that happened earlier in January? I'm sure everybody remember that game happened, I'm sure, right? Yeah, so Galaxy 1 and 2, from what I've seen online, is suffering the same problem of textures that are either better or off. And I didn't really say this much when it comes to Returns HD because, like, it's graphics, who cares really? But if Nintendo keeps doing this specifically with the Wii games, I'm like, why fix it? What isn't broken? Like, sure, it's not noticeable, so like, who cares? It's like a who cares moment, but like, still, if they're gonna keep doing this makes Wii ports look like a joke, honestly. Sometimes. Like, every single time, there's always a Wii game that's like, you know, this happens with a lot of any ports, rather, matter of fact, but, yeah, but, yeah, that's all I'm gonna go with the whole graphics thing. I already talked about this with Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I don't want to talk about it again with the Galaxy 1 and 2, so, if there's any noticeable, like, things I didn't talk about, well, sorry, I'm not gonna do it here. But, yeah, so, of course, I guess I should mention that the games themselves, now, I only got Galaxy 2 on the Switch/Switch 2, because, one, I already have 3D, I have 3D All-Stars digitally, so I don't need to get Galaxy 1 again, unless there's, like, some major change that makes me want to, I gotta wait for sale, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm part of the problem, I'm half part of the problem. You can all be like Cranky Kong and all that, and, yeah, yell at me in the comments. Go ahead if you want to. But, yeah, I only got Galaxy 2 because, like, I don't need Galaxy 1 again, basically. So, yeah. But the gameplay's fine. It's Galaxy 2. It's an amazing game. One of my favorite sequels ever made. But, that's kind of where it comes in. Like, there's just, well, the other new content, basically, for this game is, of course, new pages for Rosalina's storybook. Basically, this was by far the most unexpected thing to come out of the Galaxy ports, in my opinion, or really just anything for, like, Rosalina, because she is my favorite Mario character, if you're not counting Donkey Kong as a Mario character. But, yeah, like, that was the most surprising thing, because there's always a talk of Nintendo not caring about story or lore. Well, I don't think Nintendo knows about Pauline and Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I guess there's kind of proof of that. But, in this case, wow, a new story, new lore for Rosalina. It's kind of surprising, honestly. I'm not going to show any right here, but if you want, I'm sure it's up on YouTube, but yeah. It's really cool that they're doing that, and they're also, like, releasing an actual, like, Rosalina storybook to the public soon, so that's actually really cool. And of course, we got some Mario Galaxy amiibos. So yeah, Nintendo is putting a lot into the Mario Galaxy, like, series, basically bringing it back. Well, Mario Galaxy games were always so popular. They always reference something with Galaxy in almost any game. But yeah, it's really cool, honestly, because, well, more Galaxy content I can't complain over. But and then every other mode, like, they also added mouse controls to this, which, to be honest, that's actually a pretty cool idea. I don't think I'm going to use it much, because mouse controls, I don't know. I do think it's a cool concept, but like if I play it for more than an hour, or at least probably more, at least 40 minutes, my wrist will hurt. So not really my thing, but hey, it's an option if it's there. And then of course they added assist mode, because every goddamn Switch game needs an assist mode apparently, and not a hard mode. But I mean, I never found Galaxy that difficult, minus a few exceptions, and even then I could still beat them. So yeah, who cares about assist mode? So yeah. But that's kind of all I gotta say, and this is where I didn't even talk about the major problem with this. Paying for both of these games costs $70. Now, on the plus side, you can choose between Galaxy 1 only or 2 only, so at least you don't gotta buy both of them, and you're mostly gonna be playing 2, so at least I understand getting Galaxy 2 on its own, but getting both, $70 for 2 Wii games is definitely too much. Like, at most, it should have been $40 for a bundle. I guess that's too generous for Mario standards prices, but I don't know, like, feels like almost anything. I think there's a reason why, like something like, you know, you see something like Metroid Prime 1 Remastered, still one of my favorite games of all time, being like, you know, $40, and it actually feels like something with that. Some people almost call it a remake, matter of fact, but I feel like people forget Metroid sales are very different compared to Mario, which is probably why Metroid is, like, different. And also there's Pikmin ports, while you can argue over that. $40, I believe. Was it 40 for one each? I forgot, honestly, but I heard Pikmin was at least handled better there, and I love Pikmin, so yeah. But Mario gets a short end of the stick, probably because it's Mario, it's their mascot. They know it's gonna sell well and it's Mario Galaxy, and we're also getting a Galaxy movie next year, so this is probably the reason why they did this. So yeah. Like, we almost all expected like a Galaxy 2 port or something, which we got, of course, and then they just bundled Galaxy 1. Now, if you already have 3D All-Stars digitally, which I do, then there's no point of getting Galaxy 1 other than, oh, 4K. If it looks that graphically different, maybe I'll consider, but, like, it's just, why do I want to pay 40 more for a game? Like, Mario Galaxy is my favorite Mario game, and I don't think I'm gonna pay twice for this, so yeah. And this has kind of just been the thing that I've talked about, especially with the Donkey Kong Bonanza video I made like a few weeks ago. I'm glad I got a decent amount of attention, honestly, because it just shows that prices are... I'm not looking forward to more ports. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I want more ports, and also, like, especially how overpriced they could be in the future, honestly, and I might make a separate video on that. I know I said I wouldn't talk about prices, but on the second thought of another re-release game coming out next year, I might have to make a separate video on this someday. Not now, because I rather just play games I want to play, because I rather, you know, it's video games, whatever, but I don't know, this feels like a discussion for a separate video, in my opinion, if we get more into this stuff, so yeah. But to go on the topic of Mario Galaxy 1 2 HD, is it worth the $70? Well, on the plus side, they're not limited time, so you could always get it later if you want to, but if you already own the games, and you don't care about, like, the extra, well, I don't know, 4K. Yeah, like, if you already own the games and you haven't, don't tell Nintendo. But yeah, if you already have that option, then there's zero reason to get this, really, like, at all. So, but, hey, if you want Galaxy on your Switch, go ahead and buy it, by all means. It's your money, you can do whatever you want. Also, I'm just gonna say this, because I know I've been criticizing Nintendo, and then, like, I feel like I've been noticing every time I make a video on a topic, and then I buy the thing anyway. Listen, I know I've probably been doing this a lot lately, but, like, I hope you understand that I don't want to complain or hate something I never played in my life. That's what I've probably done that in the past. Almost everyone has probably done this in the past in some capacity, but, like, I've been more, like, chill with it. Like, Mario Tennis Fever, if I'm not gonna complain over something if it's disappointing if I haven't played it, so yeah, I don't really do that much nowadays, so that's why I'm like, if you're wondering why I'm like, but you bought the games or whatever, then yeah, there's a reason why I stopped being active on certain social media sites, you know, so yeah, I just wanted to mention that for anyone who's gonna call me out or anything. Like, it's just a, listen, overpriced games, but at the end of the day, it's a video game, alright? It's just a video game, who cares? Let's just, yeah, alright. It's just a video game, you know? So yeah, but Alright, that's enough ranting. I still think, so yeah, if you want to get this, maybe wait for a sale. If you already own the games, maybe it's not necessary to get, but I guess the new Rosalia content is cool, so that's probably the only positive thing I can say about these. And I also the Amiibo, but that's a topic for another day. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle is... Yep, it's just more Galaxy, but now on the Switch and Switch 2, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Are you gonna buy Mario Galaxy 1 and or 2 again on the Switch 2? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.
Show the way to